Maroon heritage and culture is thriving and will be here for years to come. That's the view of those who attended the most recent staging of the Charlestown Festival and Conference in Portland. Our reporter Dwayne Anderson journeyed to Portland for this year's staging of the event and has part one of a two-part series.
A call from the Maroons' ceremonial horn, the abeng. Translated to mean, come look, people are here in Safu Yard. We were there to observe the 11th Charlestown Maroon Festival. This annual festival offered something for almost everyone, from locally brewed wines and maroon dishes, to yoga for the health conscious, and entertainment for the children.
We teach people about the Maroon, 2 days of Maroon education, drumming, dancing, and so much more.
That was Colonel Marcia Douglas. She is the third woman to ever be appointed as Colonel in a Maroon village, after Nanny of the Maroons and Justina Campbell, or Mama Tuntun.
It feels wonderful. It helped me to realize that I have a life to live so that the other women in this village or any other village can follow, and that young girls will depend on me as a role model. And so it is important for me to live a life and to be able to teach it to our people.
How do the men in particular react to a leader like a female leader, a female colonel?
Well, the men in my group, what they would do is joke around. I am their toy. So they would joke around, but they would do what I tell them to do.
Like the leaders before her, Colonel Douglas is responsible in part to ensure the values and ideals of the Maroons are passed on to the people, especially the younger generation. There's evidence they're doing fine in that regard. Young children are key members of the dance and the drummer groups. But it's not all practical fun stuff. Maroon knowledge is shared with the people too, including the love of freedom and the willingness to risk everything for it, just like their forefathers before who fled from slavery and then fought the Europeans to retain their freedom. Should they ever forget, the Maroon Museum located in Safu Yard is a reservoir of knowledge. It's open to the public, free of cost. Interesting bit of Maroon history here for you. So there are said to be 20 names across the country that are supposedly linked to Maroon villages. So for instance, my last name is Anderson, and it is there. Do you see yours? But just having a last name that suggests Maroon heritage is no guarantee that you are a Maroon or that you even possess traits commonly associated with the group, as my efforts at the bonfire showed. Not even the lessons I received from 2 generations of Maroons could help me find the rhythm from the drums. But back to more serious matters. The Maroon Festival in Charlestown also entailed an academic conference. It attracted scholars from Europe and the United States who are researching and studying Maroonage in Jamaica.
Increasingly, there's interest in and awareness of Maroons. And I think as people begin to examine the histories of the places they travel, Jamaica for instance, they're going to find Maroon history to be a source of surprise and exhilaration.
So as the saying goes, when in a Maroon town, do as the Maroons do. Reporting for TVJ News, I am Dwayne Anderson.